I'm Jane Miller for Acoustic Guitar Magazine. I'm here with my friend Mike Kelly, and we're going to be talking about playing duets today. It's a great way to work on your sight reading if you're working on reading notation and you want to keep going in real time. It's a great way to get together with a friend and just check yourself on it. And if the other person is playing a line and you need to drop out a little bit, that's fine. You just sort of keep it going together. So I'm really thankful for Mike Kelly. Thanks for being here doing this.
Thanks for having me.
And the first step is to really crack the code, as you'll see. There are tips when you read notation that's standard notation written for guitar. The circled numbers stand for string numbers. The numbers that are not circled are fingerings. So we've got 1 through 4 this way, index finger through pinky, 1 through 4. And then there are Roman numerals at the top of the line. So if it says Roman numeral 2, that's second fret position. So those frets 2, 3, 4, 5 are covered by your fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. So in example 1, you'll see just an illustration of that. Second fret position on the first string with your second finger can only be this G. So I think you'll see it's as good as tab, but it's standard notation. So any instrumentalist could come along and also read this notation. But the clues are for guitar players. So there's that G with your second finger. In example 2, it also shows 2 places for F sharp. One here is the high note. So that's the first finger playing the second fret. And then also this F sharp, an octave lower, third finger on the D string. So using that hand position, we're going to play a melody. And we'll actually be using this throughout this 3-part series. We're going to keep referring to this melody. So we'll do this 4-bar song, and the first step is to play it together. So we have the exact same melody and the same rhythm. Everything that we're going to play is unison. So here we go. I'll count it off. And the idea is to keep going no matter what happens. It's real time. Time moving forward just like in life. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
All right, now the second line, the next example, example 4, shows the same melody but harmonized. In a really common interval of thirds, which people would get together and sing harmonies. It's a really common sound that you'll be used to hearing. So it's okay to get your ears involved as well as you're working on examples like this. You'll hear when you have it right as well, and they make musical sense. So in example 4, Mike, I'll take the first part. You want me to take? I'll take the second part.
Is that the harmony? You want to take the harmony?
Yeah, I'll take the harmony.
Okay, all right. So I'll take...
You take part 1.
Okay. Yep.
I'll take part 2.
Okay.
But then we're going to switch. We'll stop and talk about it, and then we'll switch, because I think it's important when you're playing duets with friends. Really, this is a casual get-together with friends. Think of it that way. And you're both wanting to work on your reading. Mm-hmm. Switch parts so that you each get a shot at the different parts. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. So we played the same rhythm. We were in harmony. The harmony is thirds, either minor thirds or major third, depending on how it falls in the scale. So, all right. Cool.
That sounded good.
So, let's trade. You want the second part. So you've got part 2, I've got part 1.
Okay, we'll see. Let's try it.
Yeah. And we're both in second fret position, as you can see. We both have Roman numeral 2s, right? And we're in, the strings are indicated. When we need to change strings, that's indicated. But as you see, as we go through these examples, there will be less and less indication, because after a while you kind of get to know what's expected, and then if there's a change, that will be indicated. So you don't need as much to go on as we go through these. Okay, here we go. So I've got part 1, you've got part 2.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Feels good to play too.
Yeah, everything falls neatly
Yeah.
into place there in that second fret position. We're in the key of G, so it helps maybe if you want to relate even to a G major scale. And that concept will come up later in the series when we talk about the notes in the key and how they fall into a particular position. But yeah, this falls neatly into place, doesn't it? Once you've gotten used to the fingerings and the string numbers, then you can move on and try this piece that I wrote for this lesson called Duets. And each part has the exact same rhythm, but it breaks into harmonies at times. At other times it's unison. So it's a really great exercise in trusting your own reading, no matter what the other person is playing. And that can be really sometimes the most tricky part. I think we've probably all had that experience of singing harmonies with someone, and then, you kind of veer off into each other's part and you end up singing the same thing. And that can happen as we're reading guitar notation as well. So it's a really interesting balance of listening to the other person, playing together in time, but also trusting your own part and sort of trying to ignore the other person. No offense, Mike, because I liked listening to you.
Okay. Likewise, but
So we're just really, it's just an exercise in focusing on your reading and learning, to trust what you're looking at on the page. All right, so let's try this piece, Duets. Mike has part 1, I've got part 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll also notice as you're reading along that the clues that are given, the string numbers and the fingerings, drop off after a while because, it's sort of like a weaning off process. Once you've gotten to know it the first few times, you probably won't need it as much anymore. If you are working out a piece, you can feel free to pencil things in. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's play the same piece again, but trade parts.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So I'll be playing part 1, Mike's got part 2. Same piece, Duets.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice, you too. Nice writing.
Thank you. So that was the piece duets that we played. We traded parts, but as you can hear, no matter which part we're playing, the parts are kind of weaving in and out of each other, sometimes in unison, sometimes in harmony, sometimes trading harmonies, so they're flipped. So it's an interesting way to practice reading where you, again, just have to trust your own part and listen to each other for time purposes. Same rhythm in both of these parts. Next month we'll look at veering off in rhythms and doing some counterpoint. So I hope you have some fun with these pieces. Get together with a friend, call your friend now, and get together and practice. And when it's done, do some high fives. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Really
Thank you,
cool
Jane.
to sit here and play with you. Thanks
Yeah,
very
good
much.
times.
For acoustic guitar, I'm Jane Miller with Mike Kelly.
Thank you.